Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is round 5, live from Adelaide Street Circuit for the Sim Racing for Simpletons Super Formula Series. I'm James Parfitt, going to be alongside Jim Cunningham here this evening, who's going to take us on a ride. Let's start things off. Let's have a look at the schedule straight away here as we're tackling round 5. We have not got long left of the season. We head to Catalonia next week, and then the week after we get the pleasure and the joyous occasion of going to the wonderful, we must copy every circuit because we can't think of one of our own, Circuit of the Americas. And then of course we finish off at Spa-Francorchamps. Let's have a look at results from last week here. And it was the Nürburgring GP. Frankie Arvello took the victory with David Skykarinek in second and Jeff Groff in third. Then we got Sergei Porok and Brian Long in fourth and fifth. Then Anthony Zitch, Dakota Damage, Alex Wall, Leo Damas, Josh Benjamin, Gabriel Hopp, Braden Carroll, Peter Burchak, Frankie Brzezowski and David Courtwright rounding off the race results from last week. Let's have a look at the info for this week. It's going to be interesting. It is Adelaide, 40 laps of this circuit, 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 degrees centigrade, and it's overcast. What does that mean? Well, it means we might have some rain. That could be quite interesting here again. Let's see how these guys get on. We are into the throes of qualifying. We've got about 4 minutes left of that one. This is the current driver standings. Gabriel Hopp is out in front by a country mile. Let's put it that way. 33 points over Jeff Groff, with Frankie Arvello and Sergei Porok in fourth, with Braden Carroll fifth, Carson King, Cole Willard, Nicholas Johnston, Brian Long, Adam Merchant, Leo Damas, Alex Wall, and Dakota Demange tied on 27 points. And Theo Saunev, David Skykarinek, Brian Daly, Anthony Zitch, Christian Jasper, Frankie Brzezowski, John Stumbresh, Joshua Benjamin tied on 16, then David Courtwright and Peter Burchak on 3 points apiece. Now, on that one, let's bring Mr. Jim Cunningham into the booth here. Jim, welcome in. How are you?
Good to be here at Adelaide. New circuit to iRacing, just recently added, and I drove it first week or two out, a couple of races that week in the new Porsche Cup car. I fell in love with the place. It seems like it's going to be a great circuit. It'll be interesting to see how it races in a race like this, you know. But I thought it was a really cool circuit. Excited to call. This is actually my first race I'll be calling from here, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one. I don't know the likes of the overtake situation. I think that's going to be an interesting one here. Whether or not these guys can stay together. You can see at the moment the top left-hand corner is 104.9 lap times with Frankie Arvello on 105.037 and Groff, Keen, Jasper, Zitch, Skykarinek and Dalmas in behind them. But let's see how these guys get on and whether or not this is going to work out for some of them. It's going to be an exciting one nevertheless, and I think this could be we're going to have either really great racing, Jim, or it's going to be one of them where we wish we were watching the Formula One.
Well, it might mimic most Formula One races where they just kind of get spread apart and go around. But, you know, it's wide enough, as we're sitting here looking at it, you know, it's wide enough to make overtakes here. So, you know, maybe I might liken it to more of a Belle Isle situation or something like that where we... you know, there are places to make overtakes. It's a pretty wide circuit in some spots, so I think we'll see. It won't quite be the mess that the Miami Formula One circuit was. I don't believe.
Because that was exciting.
Well, I'm working on getting that little thing on the tower fixed real quick while we're watching some of these qualifying laps here.
Yeah, on board with Leo Damas here through the right-hander. He's going to go of this circuit, coming in and pulls into pit lane. So there you go. That is the end of that one. Dakota Damage is still out on circuit as well. Maybe we're going to have a pick up and see where he is currently. In pit lane. So there we go. That was really short-lived. And
so there we go.
Pointless on that one. So there we go. They're into bits, both of them.
And we still got about a minute and a half left to qualify. Maybe somebody will get out there and take one more run at it.
Yeah, what do we think is going to happen here, Jim, with this circuit, the way this circuit is?
Good question. I mean, we don't really know. It's been a while since Formula One has raced here. This is They've obviously made a lot of changes over the years to this circuit. I don't know. Like I said, my initial thought was going to be that it was going to be tough, but as we were sitting here watching the cars go around, it did make me realize I think there's going to be room for passing. So, I think it could be your typical street circuit type situation. Obviously, there's going to be accidents because there's no room to make a mistake at a place like this. But I think overall, we might actually see some decent racing today.
Yeah, maybe we'll see how these guys get on. We've got 16 drivers ready to go, 17 in the session with Elliot Rolls in there as well. Whether or not he takes to the grid will be very interesting to see currently at this moment in time. So let's find out whether or not Elliot does take to the start. But we will be up and running within the next 15 seconds of this race. Get these cars onto the grid. And does look like Hop has taken pole position with Marvello next to him with Groff, King, Jasper, Zich, Dalmas, Sky Korinek, Wall, Porok, Stumbras, Long, Damage, Peguero, Daly and Willard. So that looks like it's going to be the grid as it will be this evening. Let's find out how these guys get on. 40 laps of this one. 105, 104 lap times. Should be done within about 40 minutes. So let's see how this one pans out as some of the drivers start getting onto the grid. Groff, Stumbras, Peguero, Rose is there as well. We'll see if we can get everybody. Does look like Elliot Rose is onto the grid. There is the grid there. Alex Ball is in ninth with Sergio Porek, Stumbras, Long. Oh, there we go. Gabriel Hop, Frankie Arvello, Jeff Groff, Carson Keane, Christian Jasper, Anthony Zich. Then we've got Leo Damas, David Skykarinek, Alex Wall, Sergei Porek, Stumbras in behind him as well. Then Brian Long, Dakota Damage in there. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, get your drinks, get your popcorn. We're just waiting for Frankie Arvello to get onto the grid. Just see if there he is.
He is.
Right next to it, Gabriel Hop's there as well. And we will be green jump start. Carson Keane. Just jumped the start, but ladies and gentlemen, we are green. Gabriel Hop breaks away right at the beginning with Jeff Groff from Frankie Arvello, Christy Jasper, Anthony Zich, and Leo Dalmas. Break away straight at the beginning. No real dramas to talk of here whatsoever. Everybody looks like they've made it through cleanly without any problems. They were free wide a little bit further back. Zich, Porok and Keane, I believe, we're in a freeway situation. But at the moment, it is Gabriel Hop. He's broke away right at the beginning, Jim.
Yeah, well, again, he's one of those kind of drivers you can't let get clean air in front of him for sure. They are definitely battling back here, but pretty clean start overall.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hop breaks away with Jeff Groff tucked in right behind him. Marvello's going to make it move in the right-hander. Is he? Nope. Tucks in. Doesn't get the job done now. Coming in through the left here. As we've got the race info on the screen. We'll get rid of that very, very quickly. And you see already in front, Groff is on his push to pass through the right-hander. In through turn 8, done. That's shot, in through the last corner, through Foster's. And you can see Frankie Arvello with Groff, with Jasper, with Sky Korinek, both men charging their PTP. Action further back with Brian Long in that blue machine. He's looking to try to go up the inside of Stumbras. There's a spinner in the back as well. He's just got to hit the wall. I think that was Peguero. Long trying to make it through. There's a big contact in front. Porok has hit the wall.
Yeah, that's Sergei Porok, yep.
He's hit the wall.
Carson Keane is also in pit road.
He jumped the start, penalty.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that was a big wreck there.
Yeah, absolutely. He jumped at the start, did. Carson Keane had to go straight into pit lane. Porok is out, Stumbrush is out, Peguero's out as well. All three of these drivers having issues where they're in pit lane. I'm going to be surprised if they do carry on. You can see in the mix, Dalmas has got Sky Korinek in behind him. Through the right, it's going to be a quick kink through the left here. And Sky Korinek with the new honeycomb livery looking absolutely amazing. The first time I've seen it, Jim, was it there last week?
Yeah. I thought he's had it for a few races now. I might be wrong, though, but I thought he did. Yeah, good-looking livery, though. Like you said, kind of a honeycomb look. I like it. You know, he seems to be week in and week out one of the bigger movers in the field. I don't know if that means he doesn't like qualifying or doesn't qualify necessarily so great and moves up a lot, or or what it is, but he definitely seems to gain some of the most spots in a lot of these races so far. He seems to be the kind of the action guy, you know.
Yeah, I think there could be a lot of it staying clean as well in through Hutstead on the run down Bartels Road. Coming into turn number 8, the right-hander, you see push to pass being activated by Anthony Zitch, who's just driving around all on his own. Carson Keane back in pit lane. Looks like he's been back in pit lane as well. And unfortunately, that looks like Keane, Porrock, Stumbras and Peguero could be out of this race. On board with Sky Karinek here as well. Through the left-hander we go. Now it's going to be a kick round to the right. A long right-hander now into the final corner of Foster's. Sky Karinek not really making inroads at the moment over Damas, Jasper, Arvello, Groff, all there. Still battling away, and none of them are at the moment making any inroads on each other.
No, it's so far it is it's kind of spacing out like a typical Formula One race. Yeah, I'm not.
Yes.
You know, I don't know. I'm just. I'm waiting to see somebody. It looks like Frankie's trying to make a move here. You know, pre-race we talked, and I had forgot that that something happened to last week to Gabriel Hopp. He had an internet issue. Now that I think back on it, and Frankie ended up winning that race, which was a good shot in the arm for him points wise. But you know, I hate to see anybody lose a race on a technical problem, either internet or equipment failure. You know, if you get wrecked on the track, that's one thing. At least it happened on the track, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't, unfortunately, control the internet. That's the problem. You see on board with Arvello, as I full well know, and you can't control PCs or anything either. Arvello through the left-right, through the centre chicane they go. On down Wakefield Road, coming into Wakefield Corner, the right-hander, Arvello on his PTP, is now charging through the left of East Terrace, in through Flinders Street, next on the right-hander here, up Hutt Street they go, then into the final right before they run down Bartels Road, and it's that long run down here for Arvello. He's got no PTP left, he can't challenge Jeff Groff in front, he's recharging it at the moment, in through the fast right-hander of turn number 8, down in through the Brabham Straight, coming into the right-hander hairpin. I can't pronounce what the hairpin's called, so I won't even bother trying. But it's a very long-named hairpin. Then into the triple left here before they go on that run down into Foster's, and this is the closest battle on track at the moment, Jim.
Yeah, again, it's you got a second and a half, 2 seconds between almost every car now. We got a little action going on back here with Elliott Rolls and I guess that's Stumbras and Porrock. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean it's they're just kind of spread out here a little bit. I think that some of these guys will come back together. I think they're kind of getting their feet under them here. I got a feeling that a lot of people don't know this circuit that well, and they're probably just trying to get a little comfortable with it as well.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I wouldn't have a clue where to start, to be blatantly honest with it. Liam Damas, Jason Down, Christine Jasper. Through the right-hander, turn 8 they go. Now it's a run down into the hairpin. Full right-hand turn, back on yourself. Now it's a run through, a triple left almost. There's the first part, there's the second part. There is another kink just after this as well. There it is. And now the run down into Foster's Corner. On board with Dalmas, looking over his right tyre. You can see the movement he's got in that suspension there as it just bounces up and down, gives you an inside shot of what is going on in the car at the moment. Very bumpy street circuit here, Jim. You wouldn't want to be on a motion simulator looking at this one.
It reminds me of our buddy from the Radical
Phil Glover.
series. Yes, Phil Glover. I can just imagine Phil going around here.
Bouncing his absolute teeth out, probably. So
I still want to see him. Sergei Porrock had another incident and is back in pit road again. Man.
Yeah, Rosen's out, Keen's out.
The guys that are struggling are really struggling here. Even if they come back out of pit road, they seem to get right back in again.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is unfortunately one of them things for these drivers. It is a very difficult circuit. Dalmas and Jasper providing the action. Jasper in for a fifth, sorry. Jasper in fourth, sorry. Dalmas in fifth place. And he is currently tucked out right behind at this moment in time. Neither man using their PCP currently. It is literally all deadlock in the car. Any users? Nope, nobody's on it at the moment. Dalmas is using the natural draft to try and close in through the center S. They go through the left-hander coming out of there. Down Wakefield Road is now into the right-hander of Wakefield Corner. There's somebody in the wall there. I think that's actually Arvello.
Oh, it was Frankie. Oh, yeah, he's back to the pits now. My goodness, that's a tough one.
Yeah, Arvello in the wall. Unfortunately for him.
No, there goes that points advantage he picked up last week. He made a little inroad there. Looks like he just lost that.
Yeah, Frankie Arvello, unfortunately, in pit road. And now just going to have to sit there and wait.
And we're nearing half the field here that's had trouble so far.
Yep, but I wouldn't have been surprised by that, to be honest with you, in a circuit that they do not know very well. I would be very interested to see how these guys get on, who we're going to end up with the amount of finishes. Stonebras is still one lap down, he's still running. Porrick's out, Rolls is out, Keaton's out, Guerrero's out, Wall's in pit lane and has been for quite a while. Arvello's back in pit lane as well. Byron Daly, I should say, chasing down Anthony Zitch. This could be good points for some of these people who haven't been normally on the podium.
Yeah, well, again, that's like exactly what happened last week, you know, with Gabriel having those internet issues. It gave some guys, in fact, Anthony had a great finish last week. I don't, off the top of my head, exactly remember where it was, but he picked up some nice points last week. Byron Daly closing in here on him. Brian Long is the next car behind him. But yeah, you're right. Absolutely. 100%. These guys are going to have an opportunity to make some points up and make some inroads in this championship. Because this is a tough one. I'm to be honest, I'm kind of shocked that this many guys are out, and I don't know that they were from car-to-car incidents. I think most of this has been car versus track incident.
Yeah, we've got lap 10 out of 40 at the moment, just there at the top left of your screen.
Yeah, still working on that one.
With Byron Daly and Andy Zitch still battling away for 6 and 7. Zitch goes in deep. Daly says thank you very much. So that was the end of that. Byron Daly takes that position away and opens up instantly a 1.5 second gap over Anthony Zitch at the moment. And that is literally that, Jim, for the amount of battling that we've got on the racetrack. Everybody else is very spread out.
It really is. That's still the closest battle on track. Man, Anthony really, that car really got away from him there. I'd be curious to see if he can close that gap back up a little bit.
Well, we'll see how he gets on, but unfortunately it does look like he has dropped away at the moment, and he's got about a 2-second gap here. So for Anthony Zitch, he's going to have to keep trying to move away and keep getting faster and faster as he gets on. And the difference is can he get faster and faster though, Jim, or is he going to be stuck there?
Well, the way the gap is going right now, it seems to not be going in his favor. I think Byron might have been a little bit quicker anyway. He was kind of catching him, and then when Anthony had that set it in there a little deep and locked those tires up, it probably didn't do his tires any good either. And he's definitely falling off the pace there a little bit. He's at a full 2.5 seconds now or so, and see here we'll go on board with him, and he's almost lost sight of him at this point. Yeah,
through the right-hander they go now, in through the hairpin. Now it's that left-hander we're talking about. There's one corner, there's two, and then there's a little kinky left here as well before they go down through the last corner. And then you can see there at the same time, Daly is just motoring at the moment, 1.5 seconds away from Zitch. Long's 9 seconds back, 12 seconds back from there is Willard, Demage, Arvello, Stonebras. Lots of people here struggling at a circuit doesn't quite seem to know a lot about, I think.
Yeah, I think that probably had something to do with the incidents we saw. I mean, to be fair, with 10 guys out there on the lead lap right now, they're going to get spread out. You know, there's just too few cars out there. I mean, there's a a technical circuit, but I really, to be honest, I kind of expected more battling. That being said, we do have Daly is really starting to put the move on Sky Karinek here. He's closed that gap right up.
Yeah,
he's actually he's flying, man. He was almost a full second faster than Sky Karinek on that last lap.
Yeah, Gabriel Hot, fastest lap of the race on a 104.796. Sky Karinek is going to get closed in on by Daly here. Daly's going to be coming at him half a second back currently at the moment. That gap's going to rapidly decrease in through the right hander. They go now in through the left. Is this going to be up here for Byron Daly? 4/10 back through the right hander of Flinders. Now another right hander up through Hart. It's going to be a run out of here. That's going to be happening for Byron Daly on the PTP. See it on his screen, just right off the left hand corner of his helmet. Sky Karinek's probably also on it, because Byron Daly cannot close in as quickly as he was through the right hander on turn number 8. He's going to look up the inside as Byron Daly takes a dive there over Sky Karinek, gets the job done. Sky Karinek down a place, Daly up one.
Yeah, he's flying, man. He is really got his rhythm around this place, and he's hooked up.
Yeah, he is now. It's taking him in through 14 laps almost. This 40-lap race to get there. Can these guys get to the end, though? Can Sky Karinek stay with Daly? I don't think he's going to be able to.
It doesn't seem like it. As fast as he got caught and passed, my question is how quick is he going to close this gap up on Dalmas up here in front?
Well, what's the lap times last time out for Dalmas? 105.351. Sky Karinek 106.156. Oh, last time 106.884. Dalmas 105.894. So, yeah, Dalmas is still a little bit quicker than Sky Karinek.
Right, but Daly is was a half second faster than Dalmas last lap. So that's basically a half second. So he's gonna, at a half second a lap, he's gonna nip this out in about 4 or 5 laps and should catch Dalmas if that's the case. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, he's on the move, man. I mean, he disposed of Zich and Sky Karinek pretty fast. I mean, Daly's up 10 spots at this point. He is absolutely motoring.
Yeah, he is. Biggest gainer on the racetrack. Cole Willard up 7 as well. So Willard also making moves there. But currently, there he is on the screen, Cole Willard. And see how he gets on. And just how many do we think we're going to finish? That's the question.
Well, I think at this point we're probably, short of just somebody. Well, I think most all of these incidents that we've seen today were probably all just kind of mistakes with the track. Like I said, we didn't actually see 2 cars come together in any of those that we witnessed. So
nope.
Yeah, I think who knows. Hopefully we finish with everybody that's out on track anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if we get 10 finishes, that would be ideal. Byron Daly now not far back from Dalmas, 1.3 seconds from him, flying at the moment.
Oh my God, he has taken over a second out of that in what, a lap and a half maybe now. He is, wow. Well, I tell you what, he's giving us something exciting to watch for sure.
Yeah, Daly 105.202, Dalmas 106.488. So yeah, well ahead there for Daly.
And I wonder what.
Oh, Dalmas just hit someone. Who did he hit? That's the question.
Yeah. Damage.
Dakota.
I think that thing's looked more tore up than that. That might have been a little net code thing that put it back together there for him, but I'm pretty sure he's got. Look at that. Kind of hard to believe considering the way that front tire looked like it was knocked off the car. Wow.
Absolutely. Sky Korenix now in behind Damas. 7/6 at the moment in time. So we'll keep an eye out on that and see whether or not that closes up.
Damas had to go into the pits after hitting that guy. He turned it in to go get some damage fixed, I guess.
Yeah, I think he probably would have had to on that one because that looked a pretty hefty smack. We will have a look back at the end of this as always. So we will keep an eye out on some of these replays.
Daly's up into fourth with still got a lot of laps to go here, man.
We've still got pit stops as well. I wonder how that stands for the people that's already pitted.
Well, if they pitted before lap 8, it doesn't even you have to wait till lap 8 to make an official pit stop. So any of those guys that pitted before lap 8, it's not going to count anyway.
Yeah, well, the ones that did pit before lap 8, Porrock, Wall, Rolls, Keane and Peguero, and they're all out. Dakota DeMage also, but he's out. John Stombrass pitted on lap 2. Cole Willard looks like he's just been in and out of pit lane. Frankie Arvello pitted on lap 8. That was after, but Frankie had some drama as well. So, yeah, it's a couple of people still running that look like they have already pitted here. And now we've got 18 laps gone, 22 laps to go. And unfortunately for us, Jim, it's a bit of an F1 race.
It is indeed a bit of one, yes. We'll focus on the fastest guy on the track, or well, the fastest guy bringing us any excitement. I think Hop is probably the fastest guy on track, but well, actually, last lap, oh yeah, he was significant. Groff and Hop, I think, are going to be uncatchable from the guys behind. They're running in a different. They're running lap times in a different area code. But Daly can catch Jasper here. He's closing the gap up.
Got about 4.5 seconds. Jasper last time out 106.081. Daly 105.382. So 1.2 seconds. Jasper just done a 105.823. Daly 105.521. So 3 tenths quicker than Christian Jasper on that one. And Zitch is in pit lane at the moment.
There you go. That's our first one. Obviously no tires here. I think anyway.
No, it should be just a sort
of he is.
Top upward square.
Yeah, I guess with these cars you can get tires fast enough with the fueling that it works. I got GT cars on my mind, you know.
Yeah, they take ages.
Yes, they do take ages.
Yeah, and Zitch breaks away. No drama for him. Long sitting in 6th place. Zitch and Dalmas are now 3 tenths back. The closest battle on the racetrack. Keeping an eye on Byron Daly. Still 3.8 seconds away from Jasper.
Closing it up.
Yeah, he is. But we've got Zitch and Dalmas not very far apart at the moment. Side by side. Dalmas is going to try and sweep down the outside. Going to get the job done. Don't think there's going to be much of a defense from Zitch. He doesn't. Dalmas in the wall again.
Golly.
And another one.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be playing another one bites the dust.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This sounds like a Queen song right here.
Another one bites the dust.
Don't do it too long. They'll flag your video.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, my gosh, man. I thought we had something there.
Yeah, we have. We got people off in the wall.
Besides that, I thought we had some side-by-side action, man. I was getting excited.
Yeah, unfortunately not on that one. 20 laps to go here. And we're hoping people will come back together after the pit stops to give us a thrilling ending. Christian Jasper in second, Daly in third. 5.5 seconds back now for Daly. That could explain the 105.351, 105.704. Jasper in pit lane. So see how he gets on and see how he gets out. But Christian Jasper is in pit lane at the moment currently. So there he is.
Daly stayed out. You know, you would say this would be a time where we would talk about things like, well, he's out there in clean air and can put a fast lap in with the empty fuel tank, but the laps have been pretty clean. There's no one around anybody out here messing them up.
Absolutely.
I wasn't looking at him just now when he pitted. Did he take tires? It didn't look like. I didn't think he did.
Jasper 6.5 seconds, 6.05 seconds. Zitch, did take tires 7.5 seconds. So I would be surprised if he did. Jasper sitting in 5th place behind Groff. He's got Brian Long in behind him as Christian Jasper. Long's also got to go into pit lane. And there is Anthony Zitch. Willard and Arvello, finally, 4 tenths apart for them.
Well, yeah, well, let's hope this ends better than the last battle we saw on track.
Yeah, in through the right-hander they go. Is he going to dive up the inside, Frankie Arvello? Nope, Willard lets him through. So there we go, short-lived battle.
Well, to be real, Arvello was one of the fastest guys on track and then had an incident, but if he's gotten it fixed up now, he's going to be so much faster than these guys back here. But, the gap to Anthony Zitch is huge. So, it would take 2 seconds plus a lap for him to run down Anthony Zitch.
Absolutely.
And I guess Arvello's pit technically counted since it was on lap 8, so he should be good if he can. Which I guess if they say you can pit on lap 8, that means you can make it from there. So
yeah, he should be able to. Brian Long 8 tenths back away from Jasper. They're just in front of this battle. There is Long through the sweeping right-hander, turn 8, in through the right-hander, and 9 they go. And in through the hairpin, come back on yourself. Then it's a little, as I say, triple left. There's 1 part, there's 2 parts, and there's the 3rd on the exit. Sky Kalinek in the pit lane. Lap 23 of 40 here, Jim, and we're just topping 10 finishes.
Yeah, we got Long just jumped in the pits here. We've got several guys pitting now. Sky Karinek and Long are both in. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out after these pit stops, and maybe we'll get some guys back together out here racing each other hard. I gotta believe that it has a lot to do with not knowing this circuit.
I agree. I don't think they realise quite how close the walls are at certain points, and unfortunately, they look like people have suffered here in this race.
I'm not a very fast guy to learn tracks naturally. It takes me a little time sometimes to find, but I found this one pretty easy to get around. It came to me pretty quick. I don't know if that was just that I just happened to click with this track or something, or but typically, it takes me a little while to learn these tracks. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is I'd be surprised that it took these guys this long to figure this track out, I
think the thing is, I don't think it's the track that could necessarily be the problem. I think we're looking at one of them where it's the nature of the car.
Well,
and how fast this Super Formula car is.
Well, that's entirely possible. Looks like Trumbus has had another issue. He's jumped back to pit lane.
Stumbras in pit lane.
Yeah, you probably hit the nail right on the head there. That's probably what it is. I was in a slow Porsche Cup car going around here, with a whole different animal than one of these things, because these cars absolutely fly, man. This is as close to a Formula One car as you can get right here.
Yeah, bar driving in the is it still the W13 in iRacing? I think we've still got the W13. Oh, Jasper's hit the wall.
Oh, yeah, it healed itself there on camera, but he just took some major damage there.
Yeah, Frankie Arvello pressurizing Brian Long. Them guys having a battle in there. So there they are, actually, funny enough.
Right there.
Far behind Jasper.
No.
It seems quite bizarre that we've got. Jasper's gone
he's
round.
done. Yeah, he's
done.
Yeah, well, we saw him. He hit hard enough. We knew that was a. That was
another one. That's another one.
Was it? That was Jasper. Oh yeah, that was Jasper. That's it. Huh? Was there another one?
Another one. Yeah, I think Christian Jasper has well, we did have him as out a minute ago. He's jumped straight back into pit lane. But you can see both of these men charging their PTP. Neither have got any. Arvello and Long. Arvello through the right-hander now. He's going to duck to the right of Brian Long. Long's on the defense. Big puff of smoke coming out behind him. Long locks up. Arvello's not going to try and make it through. Long had the inside line. All day was going to keep that one for Brian Long. But Arvello's got some work to do here.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love that Senna helmet.
Yeah, looks good there for Arvello. Go past Jasper. Jasper still in pit lane. I think that's going to be toast for Christian Jasper. And he'll get the we've got too much damage voice message, and that will just terminate his race.
Long just grazed the wall there. I don't know if it was hard enough to cause any damage, but he definitely scuffed the wall right there.
Through the right-hander for Arvello. He goes now on to Bartel's Road. His long run. Arvello's not on his PTP at the moment. Long isn't in front. Long holding on through turn 8. Arvello's going to come and try and dive him underneath him. Nope, not close enough for Frankie Arvello. This is the closest battle on track.
What is that behind him? That looks like Haley behind him. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So that's
it's coming to Lapham, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
I wonder how many, if you go and put it on the gap, I wonder how many drivers are actually got on the lead lap, to be honest, because it does look like it says 8, but I find that hard to believe at the moment. Yeah, there we go. 5 on the lead lap. Zitch being the last one. Long, Arvello, Willard, Jasper, I believe, is out. Stunbreast is still running, even though it's 3 laps down. But Arvello pressurising Long here through the right-hander to go now, up through East Terrace in Flinders Street. Now it's the right-hander up Hut. And Arvello climbing all over the back of Long here. He's going to look at making the move at the end of this straight.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, this is turning into a nice little fight right here. Glad to see it.
Absolutely. These guys continue to scrap it out once more. Arvello can't make it through, ducks to the left-hander. Long on the defense on the inside again. Looks like he's chucking up dust. Arvello trying to get through. He's alongside this time. It's going to be a different stance. Yep, Arvello does go through. Brian Long just couldn't hang on for long enough. Then Long gets it.
Lost it.
Yeah, Long got it wrong, and he's got the back. He's now a back marker for Byron Daly.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Arvello's not too far from being one as well, man. Daly is, but he is really flying. If we could do a reset, I'd love to put him up there with the fast 2 up front, but there still would probably leave him. But he sure has been. He's put on a show for us today. Up 12 spots. We've seen him make a lot of passes. It's been fun watching him.
Yeah. Just about got 10 drivers to go there. Jasper's back out on track. I thought he was going to be dead, but Christian Jasper does manage to get it out. Back out on the circuit, so fair play to him. But I've got a funny feeling here, Jim. If we finish with 10, I think they could be on for a winner.
Somebody just got out of the way there. I don't know who that was. The problem is they're all on so many different laps right now. There's so many guys on different laps out there running around that there's nobody showing up on the timing and scoring close to each other.
You can see Long, Arvello, Zitch, Sky Karinek, Daly, Groff, Hop. I can tell you now, Hop, Groff, Daly, Sky Karinek and Zitch are just on the same lap. And Zitch just about hanging on, I believe. As we have a look on the track map on the right hand side, you can see Groff coming through the triple left and Anthony Zitch going into Foster's.
There's Zitch there.
So Zitch is going to be next. Then it will be Sky Karinek. I don't know if he's going to get there with 11 laps to go.
Yeah, and there's a big gap between Zitch and Sky Karinek too. There's 20 seconds there between those two, so a lot of ground to make up if he's going to keep a lap up past Zitch. 10 laps to go. Zitch may hang on. I don't know. It's
not doing a 4-second lap time slower than Gabriel Hop Zitch last time 109.037. Gabriel
that
Hopp
was
104.471.
something happened on that lap though. That's not his lap time. He off the pace.
Yeah, absolutely. But
yeah, Hopp's flying out there, man. Guy. But he is entertaining to watch, man. He is quite the driver, the Brazilian here.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Surprised he's not running a Senna helmet, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he ran the Brazilian livery for Interlagos, didn't he? And I think
that's right. Yeah, he did.
His home circuit.
That didn't go well. He didn't win though. I think he finished second there.
Yeah, he didn't go so well on that one. But for Hopp, he's just absolutely dominating this. I believe he's just put a lap over Anthony Zitch as well. He has done. So Zitch is now nearly actually.
Hang on to it.
No, he hit the wall. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. There he is. There's the lap. Go on board with Zitch. I think you'll find he's got broken steering.
Oh, bad broken. Golly, look at that, would you?
Yep, absolutely.
That's about as bad as I've ever seen. Oh, he's going to hit the wall for sure.
Yeah, he's got to over-rotate the steering on the right-handers. Because he's got to try and get that thing rotated. Depends if he's got the, if he's still got his fast repair. Oh, rotate. You got to rotate.
Look at this, would you? He is almost completely hands over. Look.
Yeah. And that's just trying to get the car to go in the forward direction.
I know. Wow. Oh, poor guy, man.
One more turn to go before he gets it back into pit lane. He can here. Now you've got to rotate that car all the way round. Now rotate it. Hard right. There you go. You're in.
He made it. Wow. Yeah, hopefully he's got his fast repair. We'll stick with him here for a second and see if he comes up and down pretty quick. Apparently, Trumbus has had another incident. Oh, yeah. He fixed it right up. Look.
Yeah. Fast repaired saved Andy Zitch there. Otherwise, he could have been another casualty.
But yeah, at this point, that kind of damage, you don't recover from that. No. That's not something that you make it out of pit road with. Back to the intervals out here. Shaping up. There's not enough cars on the same lap, I don't think, at this point for things to shape up too much.
No, there's a lot of people spread out here. And you can just about see on the left-hand side there that nobody is close to gap. It is like watching Monaco. No offense, Anthony, if you watch this back. This track has killed a lot of people.
Yeah, it's brutal. I'm to be honest with you, I'm shocked that I kind of felt like there was going to be a bit of that, but I didn't think it was going to be quite this bad. To be honest, I thought Miami would have been worse than this, but this has been worse than Miami.
I think it's been labelled death at Adelaide.
It's right.
So that's, I think, the situation. Avello in 5th, 8 seconds to Sky Karinek. Jasper sitting in 8th after his drama. And down, unfortunately for Christian Jasper, Cole Willard and Stumbras, of course, as per the regulations, these drivers will score points, of course, right the way down to 15th will score points. So, but there's got to be a percentage, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you would think so. I'm
scouring the review.
Yeah, I wanted to say maybe, I don't know, I'd be speculating. Oh, God, no, Daly just tore the rear end off that car. He just hit the wall. Right. There's no way that car is not damaged. I saw it was another one of those situations where the back tire bent off and then fixed itself, but there's no way he doesn't have damage there.
Well, clearly doesn't. Jump on board with him and see what his steering's like. But he's just
of course, it was his rear end, so it wouldn't be much on the steering, but
it depends on what his suspension is doing on the back, of course.
Well, that's true, yeah. Wow, it doesn't show it. So, but I'm telling you, I was looking right at him when he hit it. Could have been a little net code thing or something, I don't know. But Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, good for him, because I was kind of excited that he potentially could run down Groff here with 5 laps to go, but there's not really happen.
Dude, it's got like 25. What's it? 8 seconds?
No, 8 seconds. Yeah, I was. Well, it was 7 when I said that, but the reality is, if he did suffer a little damage and he's off the pace a little bit, Sky Karinek could come back and catch him, because Sky Karinek's only 6, almost 7 seconds back.
Yeah, I think it's probably, unless somebody makes some dramatic dramas, going to stay as it is.
Well, we've seen quite a few dramatic dramas already, so it could
and they've all been walls.
Yeah, they have all been walls.
We could do the replays after, but everybody's just hit a wall.
Yeah, I mean, and even the ones that weren't a wall was somebody hit a wall and then somebody hit them. You know.
Other than that, it's just been walls. It's literally wall, hit a wall, hit a wall. So
which is, I mean, we race a lot of street circuits. You don't normally, see that. I wonder if this track is like extra slick or something. We saw the ambient temperature. I don't know that we actually looked at the track temperature. Yeah, nothing. 83 degrees Fahrenheit. That's, I mean, relatively speaking, that's not super hot. Car should still have a good bit of grip in that kind of conditions.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think it is. I think it's just these cars and this track. That's what I think the problem is.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you at this point. The only thing I think it could be, we've seen, it's not like these guys that are having incidents aren't talented drivers, Yeah.
It's not like you're looking at me race.
Well, you're a 500. Well, more like me. Yeah, you're a iRacing special event winner.
Oh, 2 years ago now.
It has been
2 years ago. It's nuts.
2 years ago.
How quickly it's gone there. 2 years. It's been crazy. So,
we won't talk about your defense of your championship.
No, but then that will teach me for only running it once. I kind of thought I'd do the same tactic and start at the back. It did not go quite as well as what it did last time.
No, that was not good at all. Yeah, these guys are literally, they're all maintaining the exact same gaps here. One closing on anyone. Gonna bounce back through the field and see if anybody happens to be racing someone who is on a separate lap than them.
Nope. Willard, Stunbrass, lap down. How many laps down? Who's on the lead lap? How many's on the lead lap?
He'll be on.
Sky Karinek should be the last one. Yeah, and he's only just on the lead lap.
Then we got four. We got four guys on the. It's one lap down. 10 guys still running on track at all.
Only just.
Yes.
So there we go. Gabriel Hop's got about a lap. What's he got? About a lap and a half, probably, before the end of this one. Gabriel there is chasing down, I believe that is 8th place man in front of Christian Jasper. Putting another lap on Jasper if he gets hold of him, of course, which I'm pretty sure he will do.
Jasper just kind of got out of the way there. I mean, good on him, I guess, Don't want to wreck the leader.
Well, 2 laps down now for Christian Jasper. And he's going to come over to complete lap 38. Then we go on to lap 39 here. And Jeff Groff, Gabriel Hop, will take the win, I'm pretty sure, unless he goes into the wall. Groff should grab second. Daly, who's done a great job coming up through 12 places on this field, Jim, should take third.
Yeah, Daly's had a heck of a run. I mean, he really has. What is it? That was where Jasper got out of the way. Showed Jasper crash, but that was just when he stopped to let Hop go by. I was really, really hoping that Daly was going to be able to try to close in on on Groff, which he to some degree is a little, but not really. At this point, they're all just running lap times to save them, keep themselves safe and get these points. You know, these guys here in the top 4 or 5 even. What a bounce back for Frankie, man, to come back and finish 5th, given what happened to him. You know, he's lucky enough that the whole field fell apart around him, kind of, and he was able to recover to 5th place. That's going to be a nice salvage for points, considering what happened.
Yeah, Arvelo Hop has just gone on to the final lap for Gabriel Hop. Let's have a look at him now. Goes in through the right-hander.
But this thing is rough. Did you see that whole car? That whole car came off the ground right there and bounced.
Yeah, but it's a racing circuit, isn't it? It's not a go-kart circuit for wimps. You know what I mean? These guys are racing at a proper racing circuit, and it looks like there's only going to be 10 people who have managed it, 4 who are even on the lead lap here. So, yeah, very, very interesting, the fact that Gabriel Hop has mastered the streets of Adelaide, and now coming through the triple left-hander for the final time this evening. Gabriel Hop in through. He's got 2 more corners to go. Quick kink to the left, kink to the right, and then the final corner of Foster's. And it's going to be a win, win, win for Gabriel Hop. Absolutely dominated this circuit. Over he goes. Gabriel Hop takes the victory here in Adelaide. Great win from him, Jim.
Great win, yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, he is so fast, and like I said, he gave up a win last week that was almost surely his as well, with that internet situation. So, and what a dominant season he is really having.
Groff's going to get 2nd place in through the right-hander, now in through the final corner for Jeff Groff. He's going to be coming over the line as well, and takes 2nd place. And then in behind that will be Byron Daly. Sky Korinek, I believe that is going to come. No, Sarvello, sorry, comes over the line. Daly wraps up the podium here and gets that 3rd place. There is Sky Korinek over the line. He's got Brian Long for company as Sky Korinek and Long come over the line together. Then behind that is Zich, just coming over the line, and then Stumbras, who's had what can only be described as an absolute shocker. Over the line he goes, 3 laps down, but scores points, of course.
Yeah, I mean, he stuck to it. He definitely had a rough day, man. That was brutal. Well, all right, let's get a look at those results.
Here are the results from this round. You can see Gabriel Hop is your winner with Jeff Groff in 2nd, then Byron Daly in 3rd, David Skykarinek in 4th, Frankie Arvello in 5th, and Brian Long, Anthony Zich and Christian Jasper with Cole Willard in 9th, and John Stambras 3 laps down but finishes in 10th. Out is Dalmas, Damage, Pollock, Rose, Wall, Keane and Peguero. And let's face it, for Carson Keane didn't start well because he jumped the start.
Right? I mean, that was that was kind of indicative of the way the whole evening was about to go, wasn't it? All right, let's see. Let's take a look at the updated points after this race here.
Yeah, here is the point situation. Gabriel Hop out in front, meteorically by 117. Jeff Groff on 77. Frankie Arvello 69. Sergey Porok 54. I think you're probably safe to say. What round are we on? Round 5.
Yeah, so we got 3 more.
Coming over, 3 more. 90 points up for grabs. I think if Hop takes a win at the next one and Groff has a poor one, I think he might be able to wrap this one up, to be honest. Then in behind that, Willard, Skykarinek, Carroll, Daly, Keane, Johnson, Damas and Zich, rounding out your top 13, and everybody else who hasn't done many races. Christian Jasper is all the way down in 16th from 30 points. Merchant is there as well. Stumbras, Brzezowski. So, yeah, all in all. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this one, to be honest.
No, I don't either. I don't even know if there's any replays worth going back and looking at, to be honest with you. They were just a bunch of wall hits for the most part. This is the Damage, and where Dalmas crashed into him after the fact. Let's speed.
He's going to spin in it, yeah, and then Damas just nowhere to go. Bailey arrives on the scene like an absolute rocket and just goes.
His whole race was like a rocket. He so fast, man. He must have not. Did he not qualify at all?
No, I think he started from near the back, didn't he? And
Yeah, well, he had to. He's up so many spots,
Absolutely. But I think that's going to be pretty much it here this evening. I think everybody else has done pretty much the same thing as these guys. Join us next week as we head to the Circuit de Barcelona or Catalonia. We had the historic layout, which means we have not got that horrible Yankee chicane at the end that is just bleh. So
I'll tell you what, did they take a poll of your favorite tracks and put them all at the end of this season or what?
No, I think they've gone. Well, James don't like Barcelona. He don't like Circuit of Americas, and he's seen Spa 7 million times. So let's put them all at the end. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. Join us next time out. I've been JP alongside Jim Cunningham, and as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.